Hey, what's up? Welcome to the forest. This is a reading for the sign of Scorpio for love, work, or life in general. I'll be asking your guides about your current path and where you want to be. And I'll also be asking that forest what they can see along the way ahead to illuminate your journey. And at the end, I'll draw a card focusing on the element to help you stay balanced. All right, so these are the cards I felt wanted to come out for you guys today. Crow Tarot and the Good Tarot, and also some bright creative energies and forest animals. So we'll see what energies wanted to come out today for Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Who's able to go to the very darkest of depths and just live there and be comfortable. I love it. That's just their home. Like, yeah, I mean, you could say illuminate all you want, but like when you live there, I mean, that's just, you don't have to even illuminate. Anyway, competition. We have a tiger and a little fairy child along your journey here. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. Ooh, time to rally, Scorpio. But I like how in this picture these two are working together. You're like, yeah. So it could be too that maybe you just joined a team. Maybe you're just getting to know everybody. Or you're kind of like all hanging out together and having a good time and just like all able to come together for a common goal. That's really nice because I like the exuberance that that little kid has. Let's see if there's any other energies in the forest for Scorpio. Any other energies for Scorpio in the deep dark forest? The underwater first? That'd be pretty. Anything else? We'll do one more. Oh, and then say move on. See if there's anything else, any other energies this deck want to come out. We also have confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. Oh, dang. What are you guys fighting about here? Competition and confrontation. So in this picture, there is a lot going on. There are multiple creatures and people, fairies, elementals, there are dragons, there's a giant lynx being ridden by a fairy and a peacock with a candle on its head. I mean, Lord, I see unicorns, I see fairies with butterfly wings, I see a Pegasus being ridden, there's a beautiful rainbow. I mean, they are obviously off, and I've seen this dragon in another card here where it was fighting a battle and it was using its positivity to ward off negativity. So I'm wondering, with all of these things going on, are there maybe just like a lot going on around you? I almost feel it like, when you're that person and you kind of like you have your headphones on and then all around you there are people talking and you can kind of like see them like getting more excited or agitated or something and you're just like, should I take off my headphones or should I just sit here? You know? You know, kind of a feeling like there's a lot going on and you're just like, do I need to get involved in this or not, right? With competition there too, I mean, it might be like if this is a work thing or even like um an energy or relationship thing, regardless, it looks like you're kind of in that battle mode where you're just like, I might have to step in here. And even if you're even past the point of like just sitting there wondering if you should do it, maybe you're already in the thick of it, and you're just like, oh, just kind of tapping into that confidence and that courage and just kind of like sticking with it, like, oh, like I've decided to pick this battle and I'm in it now for better or for worse. So we'll see what else we have here. What else is in the forest for Scorpio? So far we had a couple elements out there that are all about being competitive and battling. And what else do we have? Ooh, do you not want to come out and play? You're like, these guys look kind of okay. Well, you know what? I know you guys can help Scorpio here, right? Because these are maybe some fierce energies. I mean, that tiger looks pretty chill, honestly. The little girl on top of him is a bit wild. I like that the tiger's steady. The tiger's not even honestly moving. It looks like he's maybe gliding. He's like not in a hurry. He's just like, yeah, okay, girl. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing on that lynx's face there, like maybe they're kind of, yeah, like, whoa, trying to decide what you should do here. Oh, these cards are falling. Let me move these. All right, so we have the sea turtle swimming up for Scorpio to say hello. And then we also have some unicorns coming out of the depths, going towards breaking through the waves to the shore, and they're being met by horses and a pronghorn. So the sea turtle is all about protection. It's about going with the flow and finding your path and trusting in your intuition. It's about knowing that you have everything you need for this journey and you're going to get there. It's about, being protected, not only in or by believing in the divine forces around you, but because you yourself are strong. This turtle has that shell and he has that inner knowing, that intuition of where to go. And so we also had Unicorn, Infinite Possibilities. This is like one of the most magical cards I've seen in there. I really like this. This one is about looking into the future. It's about seeing all the possibilities. It's about using magic and love and light to transform a situation into something else. And this one also says, go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. That's really neat. This is kind of all about embracing this mystical, divine part of yourself, that higher up, that beautiful, fragile part of yourself that is also fierce and wise. I think it's kind of funny how it says, listen to the spirits of the light, abandon the darkness, when I was just saying how Scorpio, um, like you don't necessarily even have to illuminate everything just because you are so comfortable exploring the depths, exploring the darkness, like, it's it's usually pretty easy for you. Maybe they're saying here, maybe you're maybe taking things a little too seriously, need to lighten up a little bit. Or maybe you've been exploring these depths for so long that you've kind of forgotten how to like, elevate a little bit or look into that mystical part of yourself. Maybe with this competition and stuff going on, you're feeling that need to kind of stay in your shell, stay in the depths. But with these cards coming out here, they're saying you are protected. There is light everywhere, and I just absolutely love that. And we also have Horse, which is about freedom. This one is all about stamina. It's about, I want to say, listening to the forces around you, whether that be your friends and family, like in this case, like the herd, and following your intuition and guidance and or like these other ones around you, um, and leaning on each other when you need each other. This card is also about, it says here, your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. Follow the winds of change. And we also have the pronghorn in action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with with confidence. This one's about being talented and clever. It's about using your senses to lead you to success. I think that's really interesting with all these cards here. I feel like this is saying that whatever this competition and confrontation is, you're feeling that that need for protection and to do something about it. Because I feel like you do see the possibilities, whether in the light or the dark, however you feel there. And I feel like, and I mean, honestly, even just, I feel like this is you seeing those possibilities, picking those battles, feeling protected, and like being able to do something about the situation, um, in a way that's going to be for your best benefit because you're going to see all the possibilities, you're going to know the right choices to make, and I feel like this is going to leave you some, like, you're going to feel better at the end of it, with this freedom card there. You're going to feel like that sense of release and relief, like when it's over with. Anyway, on to the actual reading. um, I'm going to use a good tarot for most of it and then the Crow Tarot to see where you want to be. Um, so anyway, where is Scorpio right now? Where is Scorpio? What? I think it's funny when they try to fly off the table. I'm like, no, I'm going to catch you. All right, to fire. Where is Scorpio? Yeah, I saw you. Like, maybe we come out. Maybe we just sit here and swim in these chasms. Be fine. You don't want to go out there. There's fighting. The Two of Fire, the Four of Air, and the Fortune's Wheel. Yeah. You're ready to, like, take a break, right? You're ready to move on with the next thing. You're feeling, I mean, okay, like I feel like you have a couple possibilities in front of you and you're trying to stay balanced, stay on top of everything. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of potential there. But you're not, I don't know, like I feel like you're still at maybe this little bit of like indecision point, right? Like, where you're kind of letting things rest for a moment, kind of taking time out to think about things, but you're not moving forward. I mean, it's not necessarily productive. It's productive in the sense that it's giving you a rest from these thoughts, but at the end of the day, they're kind of still gonna be there, right? And they're just chilling there. I think you're ready to leave behind indecision. We'll keep going. Just kind of vibe with the cards for a minute, and especially with those other ones that came out there wondering what was going on. We'll see, right? Okay. Where does Scorpio want to be? Where does Scorpio want to be? Where does Scorpio want to be? Where does Scorpio want to be, guys? Hermit mode. What else? Where else? Is Scorpio ever not in hermit mode? What else? Because I feel like, knowing Scorpio still have that introspection, that depth that I'm going to look at things and then not tell you what I'm thinking about them. But that's fine. Makes you mysterious, right? We have the Three of Wands, the Hermit, the Magician, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, you want to be done with this fighting already. You might just want to honestly just kind of be done with people. I don't know why I say it like that. Like maybe I think it's because in this card here, this is like cards of transformation and looking within and just needing and wanting to move on to the next thing, kind of, like going and being able to shift into something that's a little bit more productive. And in this card here, this card is about it. It's about competition. It's about victory. With these cards here, I mean, I'm not surprised. So I'm like, whatever. You're probably like, whoa, really? That says that too? Yes, it does. It's amazing. I love tarot. It knows everything. There are guides on everything. That's why, it's super helpful when you can actually talk to them and they talk back. Um, well, anyway, this card here, and this one I kind of like it. Okay, sometimes, like, I mean, it can be a bit brutal, and depending on what deck you're using, and this is the one that called to me for you guys today, it can be pretty, like, yeah, I mean, brutal is a good word for it. Um, but in this card anyway, this card can be about, you've won your victory, you fought the battle, but what did you lose? What cost did you win that battle at, right? It's not about, and so it's almost kind of like that bittersweet feeling, like I've won, but but you had to kind of lose something along the way, or you had to like maybe lose a part of yourself along the way. And in this card here, you see all these dead crows piled up here. So definitely there's been loss. No doubt about that. And but we can't tell if these are his friends or his enemies, And I mean that's kind of the reality we live in sometimes. Um, Sometimes in order for things to become to have this victory, you have to leave things behind. You have to leave people behind. And sometimes you do have to fight, and you do have to win. You know, And in this one, you also see it's like raining and it's blue and there's like even a sword coming out of the sky. But there are also these white clouds floating here and these other crows flying. And because it's a card of victory, I do believe that these are his friends. Like I don't sense anything menacing from them, especially since they are floating in the sky here. And we also see in this crow, the crow here, the victor. I always kind of feel like this is you, this is us, right? Um, he's holding two swords and he's kind of like looking up and away. He's not really looking at what's behind him, at how he had to get there. And I don't know why I always feel this way when I look at him, but he's almost like a little like smirking to me. Don't know if you can see that. I do sense maybe like a little bit of wistfulness, but you know, he's only carrying two of the swords. The rest of them are kind of like all around him or whatever. And he's looking the same direction as his fellows are looking. To me, this one isn't as extreme as some of them. To me, this one is more about kind of being okay with those losses. And I don't know, like for some reason, me, this like blue here is standing out and all of these colors and the softness behind him. I feel like even though this was hard, and it might be something that maybe, isn't something that's always going to be easy to look at in the future. I feel like he is okay with having done so. I feel like the victory that this crow has won has been worth it, honestly, in the end. And then we see these other cards here, with the Three of Wands. This is about opening up possibilities in your life, whether that be, in love, life, work, relationships. This is a card about passion and creativity and, opening up these gates to let these emotions in or to let him out, either way. And I mean, you see the star, the sun up here. I mean, he's ready for this adventure. He's ready to let this in. And here we have the Hermit, which is you, going within and looking at things and illuminating the past, illuminating the future because you've been there, you've done that, you have experience and you have wisdom and you're looking at things now that you weren't before and you're going within and you're kind of like in this space by yourself, but you're also doing things. Not only are you like sitting there and thinking about them and wanting them, but you want to also like be able to do something about them too. And you want to be victorious. And I think you're kind of okay with whatever it is that you are leaving behind, whatever it is that you are battling over. I feel like at the end you just want this battle to be over. You want to be able to move on and keep going and anyway, we'll keep going here. rambling off of these cards here, but we'll see what is on Scorpio's journey to get them there, to this place where they can be introspective and look within and go after the things that they really want and let those good things into their life and take these steps and win that battle, man. It may be too that in order to win this battle, you have to let in some more emotions, let in some of that passion, go within, figure those things out in order to win that victory. And if this is like with people and you're competing with them, I'm not seeing anything about like, well, we'll keep going, but I'm not seeing anything about like really needing to care too much about that. So it might be that, if there's, a struggle going on, because you have Fortune's wheel at the top there, I feel like this is getting through that, getting through this stuck mode and not being sure how to like get through this place that you're in. Oh, okay, I'm not really paying attention to these cards. So far we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Earth, which is a really nice card about stability. It's about being at that point in your journey with the things that you love, where you have invested in them, where you have put your time and your heart into them, your soul, and you're watching them bloom and grow, and it's like becoming this beautiful, amazing thing, and you still have to tend it, and you still have to, look after it and pray every day that things turn out okay, and, keep up work, but it's getting there, and it's almost there. You can see this on the horizon. We also have the Nine of Fire, which is the Nine of Wands, Nine, not Knight, and also Queen of Earth. We have some really friggin' beautiful energies that are coming out along your journey. With Fortune's Wheel here, I think that's just a blessing. I feel like this is perfect timing for you right now. See what else we have. Well, we also have the Ten of Water. I don't know if I said that. I love that card. I'll have to show you that in a moment. See what else we have. May have to clarify that Nine of Fire there. I'm intrigued. Yeah, can we clarify that Nine of Fire? I'm just staring at it. That's all I really want to know about, honestly. The rest of this is really amazing. This is you tapping into being super, super happy and solid. Like this thing that you've invested in that you're not sure about here, it's looking really beautiful. It looks like it makes you really, 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 really happy, and it's gonna go really, really beautifully. Like I said, like I feel like that crow at the end, like you're just kind of like, you're okay with moving forward, and I think it's gonna be worth whatever sacrifices you're making, because we have friggin' the Nine and Ten of Water. I'm trying to, okay, and I put that there, but I was trying to clarify the Nine of Fire, because sometimes that can be like struggle. Like you're almost there, but you're but you're not quite there, and it's getting to the point where you are tired, where you might be getting exhausted and feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again, and it's never going to end. And it might be something even that you like, but at the end of the day, it's still going to exhaust you, So I wanted to find out why. So it gave me the Eight of Fire and the Nine of Water. Sorry, I thought I heard my cat. I was like, what is she doing? She's jumped on something. I mostly see a lot of like happiness here on this path. You know, um, Even with like, I'll show you this one real quick. So in this one, you can see she's holding this. It's like a beautiful chain of stars, and they are all glowing. It looks like she's maybe in a cave or something far away. and there's a cloudy sky behind her and maybe like a pool of water or something. And anyway, so she's holding these stars, and I'm not sure if they're becoming fairies or if the fairies are just swirling around her. And it's almost like she is this guardian of this light or whatnot, and she has to sit there and hold this thing for these fairies, and it's beautiful and it's magical, but I wonder how long she has to stand there for, day after day, night after night, maybe. And I feel like you see this beautiful thing in your life almost there, almost coming to fruition. But maybe you're, but maybe you're getting like a little bit tired, and you're like, this is almost there. I mean, this deck of cards is really, really positive, but it could be too that, that what's going on in your life is kind of taking your time and your energy and your attention and kind of putting your focus more onto this one thing, like how she's just focused onto that. So it could be even though you have these good things going on around you, um, sometimes it might be hard to focus on them. Yeah, and then we also have the Eight of Fire. And here we have this panda, and he's going on this journey through the forest. And there's all these little fairy lights around him. This little girl perched on his back, and these beautiful glowing globes all around him. And they're on a journey, and they are almost there. And I feel like that's kind of how you're feeling, like you might you might have competition or struggle going on around you, and I do see you needing to balance that right now. You're feeling like you need to get to a new space and maybe a new headspace even, or just because you're trying to balance things. You're trying to figure out. I'll show you. She's sitting on the back of this giraffe and he's holding a lantern. And you'd think she'd be really happy because it seems pretty cool, but she's not really. She's kind of just like, well, okay, I guess we're doing this. And usually the Two of Fire, Two Wands, is all about, balancing. And it's balancing, can be just like the creative forces that are going on in your life. And it can also be deciding, what steps to take next in order to get to the next part of your journey. And with the Four of Air, like I feel like that's, not really looking at your thoughts and kind of ignoring them. And like with the way she's sitting on this giraffe here, like I don't feel like this is like normally like a Two of Wands. I'm usually just like, ooh, like I really like that card. And this one I'm kind of like not super enthusiastic about. Like I'm not getting the same vibes I usually do. And it's a little bit like kind of tripping me up. So I don't know if maybe that's how you're feeling. That's not tripping me up. It's just like not the vibe I would be used to, seeing that. And you see this card here. I mean, she just looks bored. She's like, ugh, I'm done with this. I don't want to look behind me. I don't want to look under me. I don't want to stretch my wings and fly. I'm just going to sit here in my thoughts and just brood. And I feel like that's what this person on the giraffe is doing. They are brooding. And then we have Fortune's Wheel, which is this beautiful, freaking fantastic Major Arcana card. And honestly, this is about unlocking your inner truths on your path and being able to go to that next step. It's about finding that balance and harmony in the things that came before, letting that wheel turn and, you know, moving on to the next phase. And sometimes we're not always in control of our destiny. Sometimes, the things that pop up aren't always what we want them to be or how we thought they would be or how they would seem. I really like how magical this card is. It's like glowing. It reminds me of like that really sparkly, fun thing you might see at like a fair or someplace, or and you're just like, ooh, with all these stars coming off of it. And at the top here, there's like almost like this heart. And here you see the moon and the sun, and like all of these details. And I think that's really, really nice. It kind of bums me out that it's coming out with these cards of like, you know, brooding and kind of like indecision and not really looking at things. Sorry, I'm kind of pausing there for a minute because along your journey you have all these beautiful cards that are coming out because you have these these cards about your investments paying off and you finding ultimate extreme happiness, and I do see some competition and but I see you also succeeding, and getting through this, and you're finding your happiness, and you have all these beautiful things, you know, um, I mean, you have the nine and the ten of water and the nine of earth, and we also have the queen of earth too. I feel like you're almost there, maybe, and maybe that's it too, maybe that's just what this energy up here is, like you're like, I'm almost there. I'm so tired. I'm so out of balance. I just want this to keep moving. I just want this to keep going. And I feel like if you just like let this happen, because I see you wanting to be in this place of being able to like go within and like, be done with this struggle and look into your creativity again, look into the things that make you happy and like be able to like work towards something again. Whether that is, just healing yourself or taking the next steps towards something. You along your journey here, you're gonna have these like solid foundations to work with. And so I feel like if you just hang in there, you'll be able to do this because I feel like you're just very tired right now. With these cards of like action and protection and infinite possibilities, like I just get the feeling that you're tired. So I'm gonna ask for a couple more cards here. Will you clarify where Scorpio is right now? Where is Scorpio? I feel like I'm missing something. Dude, the hangman in the world. You are taking a break. You are looking at things differently. Okay. Now I get it. In the world. Okay. Because things things are different. They are going to change. They are going to be different. You are looking at a lot of new possibilities and you are completing this cycle, you know. And we also have the hangman, which is this I don't know, he looks like he's like a crow prince or um, some sort of Birdman. Birdman. I don't know if any of you watch that. I'm a nerd. He's hanging upside down by one hook, and he's just hanging out. His eyes are closed. His wings are outstretched. The moon is behind him. It's illuminated. And he's just taking that moment to go within and check things out with himself, Make sure he's seeing things from every angle. And he could get down from this if he want. He could go fly away, but he doesn't want to right now. He is taking that minute. This one makes me feel a little bit more positive because I feel like these ones were kind of bumming me out a little bit because this is an amazing friggin' journey. Like, I want you guys to be happy about this because this competition, you're winning this, dude. It says right here, and if you need to take this break, if you need to look at things differently, by all means do so. Because even if you feel tired right now, this wheel is turning, right? These these worlds are opening up to you. These possibilities are opening up to you. You are going to unlock them. And even if this is just you needing a change in perspective because you're too tired, because you have too many options, because your thoughts are on a pause right now and you're stuck and you don't know what to friggin' do. Stop, take that minute, look at things differently. You know, Look at the things that you've put your time and your energy into, the things that make you really, really happy, and if you're finding things along the way that just are not helping you, that are tripping you up, I see you grounding yourself. I see you finding this stability within yourself, this attitude of, you're not gonna get me today. No. And like seeing this card here, like I love how it's like light here, and I love this these antlers here like a crown. This Queen of Earth, she's wise. She is protected and she is the protector. She has won the battle, she has fought, and she has come out on top. And not only that, but she is nurturing and loving, and she will provide, and she is abundant, and she is solid and stable, and she believes in beauty and looking at the little things, you know? And that's how you get to this new place, this new perspective, this new being able to, move on from the struggles that you were in and be able to win this victory, because I see that you want to win it. You want to move on. You want to just be able to like take this next step and open these possibilities. Now if that is within yourself or in the situation, and you're going to do that by looking at the things around you that you've put your time and your heart into, This is beautiful, along this journey. Once you take that minute to change your perspective, to look at things differently and let things end and move on here, you're going to find so much happiness. You might even be at this point where you're like, wow, I have a lot going on right now. Like this is almost too much. This is more than what I expected. Maybe even need to like, you know, but I don't know. Anyway, I just love this Queen of Earth here. Like I feel like this one coming out with all of these, I feel like this is you finding that stability and being able to get through any struggles, she's not gonna let these negative thoughts or this indecision bother her for long. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy or whatever, like, you know, this is that quiet inner strength that I'm gonna win this, you know, um, because I have invested in this and I do have happiness and I do have choices and I can make things happen. And if you need to give yourself, if you are resting right now and giving yourself that new perspective, go right ahead, because I see you learning along this journey, and I see you leaning on the things that make you happy and trying to be positive. And I think that's really great, because I also see that you want to be wise and you're okay with, saying goodbye to these people and things that don't make you happy anymore. And yeah, oh my God, I love this. Okay, so we also have Patience and the Hierophant. That is absolutely beautiful. I was trying to just wrap up the reading here, and now I'm just like stunned because I was going to ask it for a card, an element to balance on to wrap up the reading, because I feel like we pretty much got this here. And this is just like, thank you, right, guys? Like, this is the universe. This is your loved ones and guides out there telling you that you absolutely are going to conquer this, that you're going to be victorious, that you have this wisdom, this inner wisdom and guidance, and that in the end things will be okay and things don't have to rush, and you're going to find your happiness along this path. Because the Hierophant and Patience, right? I mean, look at how strong the Hierophant is in this one. I just feel like I just need to talk about this for a minute. Because in a lot of decks, like they show her very differently in a lot of different ones here, but in this one, she's very strong. I mean, this is determination, this is willpower, this is, and then she's raising her hands up here, and there's this moon and this star, and there's wings behind her and the moon, and there's this altar. I mean, she's like, I'm giving you myself, I'm giving you all these things, to the divine. She's giving up herself. She is a vessel for what is being channeled to her, and she is not only that, but she is wise, and she has journeyed, she has learned, she has experienced, and she is well read. And I'm just saying she because of the card, but I mean he, whatever, this person, this energy, they are very clear, they are very focused. This card is about receiving answers. It's about finding answers or giving answers to others. And then we have the card of Patience. And here you see like her face is so different, you know. Here we have a gentle demeanor. You know, the whole scene is calm. And what you notice the most is just these subdued hues and the softness of like the art on her skin, you know, and the softness with which she is, you know, kind of just like, you know, gently taking a minute to herself. And you even see this clock here on her chest, you know, and you know, like her heart is there. Like I really like this. You know, I mean, it's, you know, patience. I mean, this is time. It's needing to take that moment, to give yourself a minute and to trust in the divine because the answers are there. You just have to give yourself time. So if you feel like, hey, man, I can't do this, what should I lean on here, right? Lean on divinity. Lean on knowing that your answers are there with time, with patience. Your answers are going to come to you. You know, this inner knowing, this leveling up. You know, this is maybe even you going from becoming like, you know, the teacher to the master kind of thing. You know, you are going to be victorious. Just be gentle with yourself, be focused. You got this. Anyway, I think you guys are awesome, and I will talk to you later. Bye.